The windstorm rolled across the plains long before the sun disappeared behind the distant ridgelines. It swept over the dry grass in waves, rattling the windowpanes of the old Rickman ranch and carrying the bite of early winter. Sam Rickman had spent all morning preparing the barns, patching holes, reinforcing doors, setting aside enough feed so the animals wouldn't have to face the cold. He thought he was finished for the day, ready to sit down with a hot cup of coffee, when he spotted movement near the far edge of the fence. Two small figures were struggling along the dirt road, heads bent, clothes soaked through from the sudden burst of icy rain that the storm had thrown down an hour earlier. Sam squinted through the swirling dust. Kids. 2 kids. He shoved his gloves back on and hurried toward them. The closer he got, the clearer the scene became. 2 siblings, maybe around 12 or 13, shivering violently, one leaning heavily on the other. "Hey," Sam shouted over the wind. "You all right?" The older of the two, a girl with dark braids sticking to her face, tried to answer but only managed a weak nod. Her little brother could barely keep his eyes open. Sam didn't waste another second. Shrugging off his thick wool coat, he wrapped it around both of them at once, pulling it tight around their shoulders. "Get in the house, quick now. You're turning blue," he said firmly. "Come on before this storm eats us alive." They didn't argue. The girl helped guide her brother while Sam supported them both, pushing against the wind until they reached the porch. Once inside, Sam ushered them straight to the fireplace. The house was warm, smelling faintly of wood smoke and something baking in the oven. Sam grabbed blankets from the couch and wrapped the kids up until only their noses peeked out. "Sit close to the fire," he instructed. "Slowly. Don't warm up too fast. You'll feel sick." The girl looked up at him with cautious eyes. "Thank you, sir." "Name's Sam," he corrected gently. "And you too." "I'm Lena," she said. "This is my brother, Cody." Cody gave a weak wave from inside the blanket mountain. Sam crouched beside them, checking their hands, their faces, making sure the cold hadn't bitten too deep. They were lucky. Just chilled, not frozen. Still, they'd been out far longer than they should have. "What in the world are you two doing all the way out here?" Sam asked. Lena hesitated. We were traveling with a group. Our uncle, some neighbors. They were heading south to stay with family for the winter, but our wagon axle snapped in the storm. Everyone else went ahead to get help. We were supposed to wait with the wagon but the wind flipped it over." Cody sniffled. "It was scary." "I bet it was," Sam said, keeping his voice calm. "But you're safe now. We'll sort this out." He stood, stirred the fire, and brought them mugs of warm milk with honey. Cody drank his instantly. Lena held hers carefully, her hands still trembling. "You got any way to contact the group?" Sam asked. Lena shook her head. "We were told to stay put. But when the wagon tipped, we didn't know what to do." "Well, you made the right call coming this way," Sam said. "There's no use being alone out there in a storm. You can stay here tonight. In the morning, once the weather clears up, I'll take the truck out and find your people." The tension in Lena's shoulders melted. "Thank you, Sam, really." Sam gave her a reassuring nod and stood to check the oven. The cornbread he'd put in earlier was golden and perfect, good timing. He sliced it, added butter, and brought it to the kids. Cody's face lit up for the first time since he arrived. "This is amazing. Glad you like it," Sam said with a smile. As the storm raged outside, the world inside the ranch house became a haven. The wind howled against the roof, but the fire crackled bravely, and warmth settled into the children's bones. They talked a little, mostly Cody, once he wasn't shivering so hard, about the family dog they'd left behind, about how long the journey south was supposed to be, about how Lena was afraid their uncle would think she'd led them the wrong way. "You kept your brother alive through a storm," Sam said. "Nobody's going to blame you for that." Lena blinked, surprised at the kindness. Cody soon fell asleep on the couch, blanket tucked up to his chin. Lena felt her own eyelids getting heavy. "You can rest," Sam told her quietly. "I'll keep the fire going." She hesitated. "You won't leave us." "Not a chance." By morning, the sky was clear and the air calm. The storm had passed, leaving the plains sparkling with frost. Sam packed the truck with supplies, blankets, and extra food, and the three of them set off to find the traveling group. It didn't take long. The family had doubled back the moment the wind died down. Lena and Cody ran to their uncle, who nearly cried with relief when he saw them safe. Sam nodded to the man. "They're brave kids. You've raised them well." The uncle shook his hand. "Thank you. We owe you more than we can ever repay." Sam simply tipped his hat. "Just glad I was close enough when they needed help." As he drove back to his ranch, the sun warming the cold horizon, Sam felt a quiet satisfaction. Sometimes, in the wide emptiness of the plains, the smallest act, like throwing your coat over a pair of freezing kids, could change everything.